Man, it's hot.
No, it's not.
It is hot. Hi guys.
Hi. Welcome to Philippineantics. I'm George.
And I'm Heidi. And we're here to give you guys the lowdown, the up down, the all around, the real diddly lily on what's going on in the Philippines. And we're going to keep it real. We've been keeping it real since 1980. I will let you guys know that today's topic is on expats that need to behave themselves, or how to behave as an expat. No matter actually where you're from, because when you come here to the Philippines, it's a whole different world.
It's different, guys. It's different.
It's really laid back. Everybody is on Filipino time. Like it takes forever in the banks. It takes forever at the grocery store. It's none of this. You know, if you guys see a line that's really super short, it's usually for the elderly or the disabled. And even that line takes forever. They've actually got a bench that you get to sit on. That's how slow it is. So everything takes a long time. You got to have a lot of patience. You got to have, what do you call it? Patience of Job. Who's Job?
Job? Is
Job?
that Burger King guy?
It might be. It says you got to have the patience of Job. What is it that what's his name calls the expats? Charlie.
Oh,
What is it?
Charlie.
Cheap Charlie.
Cheap Charlie.
Yeah, we're talking about like cheap Charlies. Well, it's kind of like, you know, behave yourself, Charlie. You know, because you really do, and you have to kind of adjust yourself when you get here. Kind of like Hawaiian time. You got to kind of go with the flow, and believe me, it's not easy for a lot of us that are, I'm going to say Western or anywhere in the world. You got to come here and slow it down.
Yeah, and for you keyboard warriors out there, we know who Job is, aka Bible, aka guys, I'm Catholic. I know who Job is. Okay, so.
Oh, I said patience with Job.
Yeah. All right, so now you can't misbehave here, and here's the thing. Again, I'm Filipino, guys. I understand where my countrymen come from, but you have to understand where we come from. And what I mean by that is, what's normal to you is not normal to us. Now, some of you say, oh, you're talking down to the Philippines. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that we're different, and we see things differently. Not like the Westerners do. But I was in the West for a long time, and again, I understand completely both sides. Okay? For instance, number one rule is what not to do here.
Smack the cab driver silly when he gives me a hard time.
You can only do that in New York. But no.
You mean like when they brought me tap water?
Oh my gosh.
True story, guys.
That's in Jersey. That is in Jersey by New York. Oh my gosh, completely different story.
Oh my God. Quick story, guys. So this is what happened. You sure that wasn't actually we crossed into New York that day?
Yeah. Bottom line, guys. Okay, here's the deal. If you're from New York, you know that the cleanest tap water in the United States is in New York. Okay?
Yes.
Now, we went to a restaurant there and they served us tap water. And now, again, to them that's completely normal. But if you're not from New York,
During the pandemic, in the middle of winter, we had just got off a plane. We had been traveling all day, just got settled in the hotel, and we get into this Asian restaurant to eat, and they had a menu that had like 300-400 items, which is a bad deal because that means all their food was frozen and no good. Because anybody with that big of a menu, it means their stuff.
and it's an expensive restaurant, guys. It's not a hole in the wall. It's a high class restaurant.
It was a high class.
There's a grand piano in the middle. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, it was really a high class place. And this guy brings out the water, and I go and drink. Well, I've got like, what do you call that? A sixth sense or something?
She has a chef's tongue, guys. She can
taste
dissect anything, whatever you feed her. It's like, oh, it has
too much salt.
It has salt. No, she's one of those.
Lime, I can break it down. He gave me the tap water, and I knew it. I went off. Let's just say it wasn't pretty after that, and the guy dang near cried in the back, and the owners came up and everything. But I'm like, dude, you can't just throw people tap water like that, you know? And it was just, I got so used to bottled water. So as a Westerner and traveling the world and everything, I just got used to bottled water no matter what. And during the pandemic was definitely a no, getting water out of the tap or from somebody like that. And I should have been a lot nicer. So when you get here, you have to leave all those things behind because too many expats, and we hear from these expats in regards to this, where they go off on people, and that will get you nowhere here. You have to be super nice. You got to watch your P's and Q's. Just yelling at a Filipino in public, there could be an officer on top of you or other people.
Yeah,
about
yelling is very much frowned upon, extremely frowned upon. Yelling can actually get the barangay involved. The tanod, barangay tanod. Barangay tanod means barangay guards. Basically, same thing. Don't raise your voice or yell at anybody here in the Philippines ever.
Don't be a Ken. Don't be a Karen. Things don't work the same as they did in your country, no matter what country you're actually from. You're a guest in this country, and you always have to remember that. So bringing, high standard situations, like when we arrived at the hotel for quarantine, I thought George was going to have a heart attack. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. And the reason being is our standards, where we've traveled the world and other people have traveled, the standards are not the same here. Even in a high class place, it'll seem to be half the class. It may look a little pretty on the outside, but in the end, you just have to be grateful for what you have, and every day we are grateful for what we have.
Basically, even the high class ones, if you were paying for a 5-star, it would probably be a step down, meaning a 4-star equivalent. So just keep that in mind. It's a completely different country, different people, and again, their outlook in Western world is not the same as the actual Western world.
They think we're super spoiled. Like here, I had to learn to adjust with no AC, and I'd probably say 80% of the places. Unless you're in a mall, you're not going to get AC. Their cars, although you're going to see a bunch of new cars, most of them on average is driving a used car, and even the inside of these new cars are not actually to what people are used to, like the Ubers in the United States. So standards aren't the same. So setting that aside, I must say that you have to be nice. It takes a lot of patience here. The people are super nice. Get to know them and talk to them. Get around and everything, and you have to behave yourself.
Behave yourself, and we also mean is remember where you're at. And what I mean, example, somebody said, there's big cultural differences. Like in the U.S., we have Fords, we have Chevys. There in the Philippines, they only have Nissans and Toyotas. Guys, remember where you're at, okay? You're on the other side of the world, aka to ship a car from America, aka Ford, your Chevys, your Dodges. By the time they get here, they cost twice the American value already, versus something they can get from Japan, which is literally an hour away from where we're at. Okay. Again, why would you pay double the price for a Dodge when you can get a Toyota of equal quality when it's next door? Okay, guys. So again, don't go here like, oh, Filipinos, they don't care for American product. It's not that they don't care about them. They're just too expensive because of import taxes.
And everything that you want American that you're used to or from your European country costs 3 times the money, and it's very expensive. So you have to obey by the rules. Crime is crime here. Everything can turn into a crime. Don't go around looking for drugs of any sort. Marijuana is illegal. Cocaine is illegal. They distribute other things. Do not get caught up with those other things. A lot of people think they get away with it, and there's a lot of expats in jail.
Yeah,
Jack.
And guys, here's different. When you get caught, they'll post your picture publicly and your address and name and everything.
And that includes being with minors, male or female, will get you in major trouble here. They just sentenced a guy in the United States for underage stuff they had found. And I'm not going to take care of your boy there. Jack's got a hold of the camera. Stop, Jack. Well, hold him. He's going to keep at the camera. So do not be caught with that, guys. And minors especially, don't be walking around with young children. So don't be caught with underage women here. Don't be caught walking around with minors, because walking around with someone else's children will actually cause an issue too.
Basically, this is for the child's protection, guys, so don't take it personally, okay?
Also learn that, and a lot of flack will come from this, prostitution is not legal here. We've looked it up time and time again. So walking street exists. There are bar girls. Have fun. Take a look at them. There's something called bar fines. Bar fines means you pay their day's wages and buy their little drinks and walk away from them. Doesn't mean that.
Hey guys, that's another thing that you guys should realize too. Okay, and this is serious. This is very serious. And here in the Philippines, we have something called balat sibuyas. Okay. What that means is onion skin. Okay. And what that means is generally speaking, most Filipinos are sensitive. Okay, now here's the deal. Filipinos only curse for two reasons, okay? One, they're really, 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 really upset. Okay, like no other, like really upset. Two, you're your friends. And what I mean by that is, if a Filipino yells at another Filipino and curses, the chances are that's his friend, like a real close friend. And what I mean by that, kind of like, it's their joke to each other. I know Filipinos have a weird sense of humor. But, now, if he said it in malice, usually, like I said, when he jokes, like kind of like me, if I say, you're an idiot, you know, that's normal. But, if he said, you're an idiot, that is not normal. And what I mean by that is, you can't do that to Filipinos, guys, okay? They take that seriously, and they take that to heart. Or if you're, yeah, you know, you can't say that. Big no. This is very serious. This can get you in trouble. And whoever you said that to, any Filipino, you're pretty much like, you're done. You might as well not talk to them because they'll stop talking to you. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this is serious, guys. We take cussing to the next level. Again, unless you're a friend and say, ha, you're an idiot, that's okay. But again, you have to be real close friends. Okay? But again, if you don't know this guy and you call him, you're an idiot. Again, I'm using idiot as a word, as a derogatory term here, obviously. Again, guys, so bottom line, don't curse, please, okay? It's really not for me, it's for you, okay? Again,
stay out of those confrontations.
Yeah,
a lot have gone to jail over fist fights. Things happen. Things get pretty serious down to one person being more hurt than the other.
Right.
You don't want to end up in jail.
Again, it differs per area. One of the reasons why I chose this area, again, is for the people. Different areas have different people, different kind of like in U.S. too. Certain areas you can't misbehave, otherwise you'll get in a lot of trouble, get beat up. Philippines is no different than any other country. Whether you're in Russia or Japan, there's areas where you can't misbehave or else. Okay, guys? And again, I don't know where you're at, so I know these certain areas that you're not supposed to go to, but you have to talk to your expat partner for that. I mean, your local partner for that. Okay?
All right, guys. So basically, probably nothing that you guys don't already know, except for things do operate here a lot different. And believe me when I tell you this, that before you change Asia, Asia will change you for sure. It's unlike any other country, between the heat, the people, the cost, the long waits, and all the things that are so much different here. It could either be easy for you or it'd be extremely hard. There is no in between here for you guys. So believe me when I say that. So guys, be sure to comment. We want to hear from you guys. Comment below. And be sure to email us at philippineantics@gmail.com, or just comment below your questions. We'll answer you guys back. That's probably your quickest way. Just comment. Send all the comments you guys want. And as we always say, guys, keep your heads up and your hearts open. And we'll see you guys soon in the Philippines, guys. Bye.
Bye.
What's with Jack? He's like got me all itchy and he's all over the place. He just wants some love, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah? You gonna behave yourself?
No, I'm an expat. I get any woman I want here.
Really? Really, George? They already think you're an expat. I'm gonna be here. How long are we gonna be here?
Till the next 109 degrees again.
1 year at a time, people. Here.